Have you ever found yourself waking up in the middle of the night, heading to the bathroom, and then struggling to fall back asleep? Or maybe you've noticed that little things in your routine, things you've done for decades, suddenly feel off. The truth is, after 60, our bodies start reacting differently to even the smallest daily habits. And believe it or not, some of the most overlooked routines, especially in the bathroom, could quietly be affecting your health more than you realize. It's not something we often talk about, but the bathroom is where some of the most important and potentially harmful choices happen every single day. From how we sit, to what products we use, to how long we stay in there, these little things can add up. And while they may seem harmless, they can lead to bigger issues if we're not careful. Today, we're going to have a real conversation about these habits, 5 of them, in fact, that might be silently working against your health. But don't worry, this isn't about judgment or fear. It's about awareness, and more importantly, solutions that are simple and easy to start using today. Let's begin with something that almost everyone over 60 experiences at some point: straining on the toilet. You might think it's just a normal part of aging or the occasional bout of constipation, but when you push too hard or sit too long, you're not just dealing with discomfort. You're putting serious pressure on your pelvic floor, your lower back, and even your heart. For some people, this strain can lead to hemorrhoids or worsen them, and in more serious cases, it can trigger dangerous spikes in blood pressure. So, what's the better approach? Start by paying attention to your body's natural signals. Don't force things. If the urge isn't strong, don't just sit there hoping it will come. And if you're struggling often, consider adding more fiber to your meals, not just through supplements, but real whole foods like oats, apples, flax seeds, and leafy greens. Also, try placing a small footstool under your feet while on the toilet. It changes the angle of your body to a more natural position, making elimination much easier and less stressful on your system. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you: how often you clean your private areas. Many people, especially as we age, fall into a habit of over-cleaning. Maybe you feel the need to stay extra fresh, so you use scented soaps or strong wipes multiple times a day. But here's the thing: your skin becomes thinner and more sensitive after 60, and using harsh products, especially in delicate areas, can strip away natural oils and bacteria that your body needs to stay balanced. This can lead to dryness, irritation, or even infections like UTIs. It might sound counterintuitive, but when it comes to intimate hygiene, less is often more. Stick to warm water and gentle, unscented soaps, ideally just once a day, and skip the sprays, powders, and heavily fragranced products altogether. Your body knows how to take care of itself more than you might give it credit for, especially when you don't interfere with its natural chemistry. Another bathroom habit we don't often think about is how frequently we use the toilet just in case. You know the feeling. You're heading out for a walk or going to bed and you think, "Let me go now, even if I don't really need to." It seems harmless, even wise, but over time this habit can actually train your bladder to become overactive. By going without a real urge, your bladder starts to think it should empty more often than it really needs to. And before you know it, you're waking up 2 or 3 times a night or rushing to the restroom more than usual during the day. Instead of giving into that just-in-case mindset, try waiting until your bladder is truly signaling you. A healthy bladder should hold about 2 to 4 hours worth of fluid during the day. Staying hydrated, yes, even in the evening, but in moderation, is important because dehydration makes your urine more concentrated, which can irritate the bladder lining and make urgency worse. If you're concerned about nighttime trips to the bathroom, limit your fluid intake about 2 hours before bedtime, but don't cut it out completely. Just be mindful and intentional with when and why you go. Now, I know some of this might sound a little unfamiliar, maybe even a little uncomfortable to hear at first, but remember, none of this is about blaming yourself or feeling embarrassed. These are things no one teaches us in our youth, and they become even more important as we age. Your body is constantly adapting, constantly speaking to you in subtle ways. The key is to start listening and responding with care, not habit. You've lived decades, you've overcome so much, and your health now deserves attention in all the quiet corners of your day, including the bathroom, because it's in those everyday moments where the most meaningful changes begin. If you've ever looked around your bathroom and thought, "I've been doing things the same way for years, why change now?" You're not alone. But what often gets overlooked is that our bodies in our 60s and beyond aren't the same as they were in our 40s. They have new needs, new sensitivities, and they deserve new routines that actually support them. Sometimes it's not about doing more, but doing differently. Let's talk about something as simple but important as bathroom lighting. It might sound odd to say that your health could be affected by your light bulbs, but hear me out. Many bathrooms still use very bright overhead lighting, especially those cool, blue-toned lights. While these may have been helpful in our working years when we needed to feel alert, they're not so friendly to aging eyes, especially in the middle of the night. If you flip on a bright light at 3 a.m. during a bathroom trip, you're jarring your brain awake, and once that happens, falling back asleep becomes a lot harder. Poor sleep, as we know, affects everything: your mood, your memory, even your immune system. But there's an easy fix. Swap out those bright white bulbs for soft, warm ones. Better yet, install a motion sensor nightlight with a gentle amber glow. That way, you can see safely without shocking your system awake. This small change can help protect your sleep rhythm and reduce fall risk, especially if you're navigating in the dark. Speaking of falls, there's one habit that too many people overlook until it's too late, and that's skipping hand support. You might think, "I don't need those grab bars. I still feel strong." And maybe you do right now. But the truth is, accidents don't wait until we're ready. Slippery floors, sudden dizziness, even something as simple as turning around too fast. All of these become more dangerous after 60. Every year, thousands of older adults end up in the emergency room from bathroom-related falls. The best time to install safety features isn't after a fall, it's before. And this doesn't mean your bathroom has to look like a hospital. Today's support bars and anti-slip mats come in sleek, stylish designs. You can match them to your tiles, your towels, your personality. Think of them not as a sign of weakness, but as a form of love and protection for yourself. You've spent decades taking care of others. This is your time to care for you, starting with the spaces you use every single day. Now let's address a habit that many people don't even know is harmful: rushing. Yes, simply moving too fast through your bathroom routine can lead to all kinds of problems. You might be thinking, "I'm not rushing, I'm just efficient." But the reality is, after 60, taking your time matters more than ever. Quick, jerky movements can strain joints. Not fully drying off can lead to fungal infections, especially in places like under the breasts, between the toes, or in skin folds. Even skipping a few seconds of careful balance when getting out of the tub or standing up too fast can cause lightheadedness or a dangerous stumble. So instead of racing through your routine, make it a ritual. Turn on some soft music. Let the warm water soothe your muscles. Gently pat your skin dry instead of rubbing. Apply moisturizer slowly, mindfully. Your skin needs more hydration than it used to, and this small act can be a powerful moment of self-care. The bathroom shouldn't just be a place to get things done. It can be a place to reconnect with your body, to say, "I appreciate you. I'm here for you." That mindset alone can change how you feel about aging, health, and your daily rhythm. As we age, it's easy to think the most important changes have to come from big medical decisions or dramatic diet overhauls. But the real power lies in the little moments, the ones we often do on autopilot, like flushing the toilet. You probably don't give it a second thought. But did you know that flushing without closing the lid sends a spray of tiny particles into the air? Studies have shown that bacteria from the bowl can float up and land on your toothbrush, towels, even your face. And while this might not have caused issues in the past, your immune system becomes more sensitive with age. That means less room for error when it comes to exposure. The simple fix? Just close the lid before you flush. It takes 1 second, but it prevents a cascade of invisible germs from spreading throughout the space. If your bathroom doesn't have good ventilation, consider cracking the window or using a small air purifier. Your body will thank you for keeping the air and surfaces around you a little cleaner, and so will your future self. So many of these changes are easy to overlook, but they matter, not because you're weak, but because you're wise. Because your body has carried you through decades, and it deserves to be treated with care and dignity, not rushed, not neglected, but nurtured. You're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your... Now that we've looked at some of the hidden habits that quietly chip away at our health, let's talk about one more behavior, perhaps the most underestimated of them all. And it has nothing to do with what you put on your skin or what time you visit the bathroom. It's something deeper, more emotional, and just as critical to your well-being. Ignoring signs your body is trying to tell you something. It's easy, isn't it? You notice a change in your bathroom habits. Maybe you're going more often or less. Maybe there's a little discomfort, or you see something unusual in the mirror one day, and you brush it off. You tell yourself it's probably nothing. It's just age. That phrase, "it's just age," can become a trap if we're not careful. Because while aging does bring changes, not all of them should be accepted without question. Ignoring early symptoms is one of the most common habits that can put your health at risk. Whether it's blood in the stool, unusual odors, recurring pain, or frequent UTIs, these aren't things to wait and see about. After 60, early detection is everything. Most serious conditions, from colon issues to bladder infections and even certain types of cancer, are far more treatable when caught early. So instead of dismissing your instincts, honor them. If something feels off, even if it's subtle, talk to your doctor. Not later, not when it gets worse, but now. You've earned the right to advocate for yourself, to listen to the wisdom of your own body, and to take action before problems grow bigger. There is no weakness in that. Only strength. Let's be honest. Life after 60 is filled with transitions. Some are joyful: retirement, grandkids, travel, time to slow down. But others feel more complicated. New aches, unfamiliar routines, and a health system that doesn't always feel built for you. And sometimes it feels like no one talks about these things openly. But here we do, because you're not alone in this. The bathroom may not seem like the most glamorous place to focus your attention, but it's a mirror of your health, literally and figuratively. It's where you begin and end your day, where you tend to the most private parts of yourself. And when you make that space safer, kinder, and more respectful to your body's changing needs, the ripple effects go far beyond four walls. Let's take a moment to reflect, not on what's been lost with age, but what's been gained. Wisdom, clarity, the power to choose. The ability to look at your routines and say, "This one no longer serves me, and I'm ready to do better." That's real courage. That's transformation. You don't need to overhaul your life in a day. It starts with one habit, one adjustment, one quiet moment of self-respect. Maybe it's adding that grab bar, or switching to a softer light. Maybe it's choosing gentle products, or finally making that appointment you've been putting off. Or maybe it's just giving yourself 5 extra minutes to slow down, breathe, and treat your body with the gentleness it deserves. Because small choices create big changes, the kind that don't just improve your health, they restore your confidence, your peace of mind, and your joy. You've come a long way to get here. Decades of experiences, laughter, loss, growth, and love. Your life has shaped you into someone strong and wise, and the steps you take now, no matter how small, should reflect that. So if you take anything from this video, let it be this. Your well-being matters. Your comfort matters. And how you care for yourself, even in the quiet, ordinary places, makes a difference. Let's continue this conversation together. I'd love to hear from you. What habits have you changed after 60 that made a difference in your daily life? Or what advice would you share with someone just entering this chapter? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Your story might help someone else feel seen and supported. And if you found this video helpful, give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel. We're building a space here for reflection, practical tips, and real conversations about aging with grace, purpose, and strength. You deserve to live fully, and we're here to walk that path with you. Here's to living your best life, not despite your age, but because of it. You've earned every single year. Now let's make them count.